The night belongs to us. We will bathe in their blood and relish their screams.
Welcome back, everybody. Hello again. So, yeah, we're at it. Pugg has finally managed to call off the feud between Teresa and Mr. Tugg. And now he's going to go, now he's going to go hopefully meet him and get access to the warehouse and do the job he was supposed to do in the first place for the prince. So, yeah, he's going all right. But it's nice to see you all again anyway. And yeah, let's see how this goes. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard. I mean, all he's got to do is go blow up a warehouse. I mean, that shouldn't be too taxing. Oh, did I mention it was also known to be in the control of the Sabbat as well? Here he is. Oh, don't be shy. Say hello. Oh.
Look who finally made it. Thought you'd never find me, huh? I've gotten good at knowing when I am wanted. The one and only. But don't bother with the introductions, fledgling. I know who you are.
Yep. Not surprised.
News travels down the kindred grapevine like wildfire. And that courtroom spat between LaCroix and Nines Rodriguez is a juicy little morsel. And you in the middle. How interesting. Oh, you did you? Well, I wasn't worried. So why did you need to find me? What did you need? Oh, never mind. The warehouse, though. I've been watching the place. The Sabbat has a bunch of low-life humans working day and night to move stuff through there. There's some major staging going on.
This is where I need to ask questions.
As far as I can tell, the humans seem to know the score from the way they've been talking. I think most of them have aspirations of joining the next graduating class of shovelheads. Ugh, losers.
Talk about shovelheads later.
Yeah, the Sabbat like everyone to know just who they're dealing with. So if you get in there and have to bust a few heads, don't feel bad. Think of it as upholding the masquerade. Yes, I can. Just tell me when you're ready, and we'll leave. Once you're there, however, you're on your own. You'll have to get into the place and plant the explosives in the middle office to take the whole structure down. Here, take this map. Use it to navigate the sewer mains. You'll never be able to use public transportation with that face, so, get used to jogging in the slop. And stop back by later. I might have use for a young Nosferatu like yourself. You ready to go?
Just get on with it, mate, innit? Just get down there, get the job done, and then you can have a chat afterwards. That seems to me to be the better plan. Oh, here we go again. You can tell when he's being serious, you know. Right, so will it Pugg crack on with this, being all like super secret spy mission. There we go, stranger danger. Right, so shovelheads. So there's a long story behind this. I'll shorten it down to in the Camarilla. If you want to create another kindred, sire, embrace, then you need to get permission to do so. That is Camarilla law. It's part of the traditions, right? And then you're accountable for them, and you've got to look after them and raise them and all kinds of stuff until they are released into kindred society, and then you can kind of be like, oh, thank fuck for that, and get on with it. Right. That is a way of controlling the amount of kindred population within a given city, area, country, etc. Right. The Sabbat have a different mindset in it. So the Sabbat, sometimes permission is needed for creating a child. But most of the time, it's they get together because they're in these packs and stuff, and they get together, and if they are, they kind of all do it together. So they create a load of fucking kids all at the same time, and then they bury them. And then after they wake up, there's like a period of time where they just let them run free, being a mischief, breaking a masquerade, causing all kinds of horrible things to happen. And it's that period of time that they're kind of tested. Sometimes they just put them into a pit and let them fucking fight each other. It's weird, but for them it's just the strongest survive. So shovelheads are a terminology given to these because they are shock troops in a way. They're fantastic if you're trying to fuck over a Camarilla city. Create a load of these newly embraced kindred who are all pumped up on new abilities and don't know what's going on, and they run around and cause hell. So terminology used to shovelheads is just kind of like that. There's a lot more to it, but I've shrunk it down basically. Anyway, back Pugg. So it looks like he's taken a more subtle approach into the warehouse. Not like as in he's not down there killing everybody. He's doing all right actually, from the looks of things. Nobody's seen him yet. Utilising the rafters or the roof supports here to get around. But this is a prime example of how Nosferatu should kind of function. Hello. I mean, there's nothing wrong with how other clans or kindred may handle a situation like this, but I feel that Pugg's approach to this is the most efficient. Bombs placed, because what's the point in taking a risk of beating everybody up and going for all of that when you blow the place up they all die anyway? So if that's what he wanted, I mean, granted, if he didn't want to kill all the mortals in there, he could pull a fire alarm maybe, I don't know, but like Doug was saying, it's they're all Sabbat wannabes, so they're not going to be nice people. These are the kind of working for a kindred in itself is quite a dangerous, pastime, and most people do with unknowingly. These people doing it knowingly and knowing who they're working for, and then wanting to become what they're working for means, they're probably a certain type of person. Alright, drained him of his blood and then killed him. Makes sense. I mean, leaving the body there is probably an issue, but it's better than leaving the guy there a little bit all over the show, because I suspect these guys will be able to recognise someone who's been fed upon. it's nice to see he's always being cautious. You know, this is the kind of approach you need to these situations. I mean, granted, I mean, it's not every day that Kindred go out there and start to blow up warehouses and stuff. This is, you know, unusual activity. I mean, I spend most of my nights, you know, doing stuff like this, or playing Days Gone on the PlayStation or something. You know, Kindred life is what it is. Sometimes, yes, there's a lot of like political stress involved. But when you get yourself established and you carve yourself a little bit of the world out for yourself, a little domain, you know, and you can keep that tabs on it, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Pugg's just kind of under constant abuse at the moment because he's having to prove himself. He's having to get released, and being the puppet of the prince, literally. Has its issues. He's got no choice. He's got to do this. You did a good job. Well done, mate. Yes. That's annoying. Box is in the way. Keep on pushing it. Go on, keep on pushing it. You can do it. Go on. Go on. Breathe in. Come on. Squeeze. Well, that's embarrassing, isn't it? Hey, well done. Well done. What we got here, for the record, that's too small to be a werewolf.
The warehouse. Your handiwork,
No.
I presume?
You are fucking kidding me. Like, if this is who I think it is.
Not experienced much in the creatures of the night, are you? For future reference, you might keep in mind that werewolves aren't in the habit of introducing themselves.
Very true.
I see my reputation, for once, does not precede me. My name is Beckett. I haven't been following you, per se. We've just coincidentally been at the same places at the same time, for different reasons. So sorry if I unnerved you. Tell me, have you by chance seen or felt anything strange since your embrace?
Fuck me. Like, right. In Kindred Go, he is one of my all-time favourite Kindred. Like,
A ghost? Quite ordinary. I generally pay wraiths no mind. All but a few are willing to give up their secrets.
so that whole thing about great source of information.
Thin bloods. They're a fascination of mine. They are considered a weaker, more human-like kindred, hence the name, Thin Blood. But they are sired same as any of us. I've heard a large concentration of them live in this city. They're one of the reasons I'm in Los Angeles.
Fucking hell. I'm very envious of you, Pugg.
Most of my contacts here report sensing something unusual in the night air, like a sense of dread or pressure. But I'm not a native to these parts, so I can't tell if it's irregular. And since you're still fresh, perhaps you're not attuned to it. Pleasure meeting your acquaintance, but there are rumblings for me to discredit. We shall, I'm certain, meet again. Or never again. Good night, young one, and be careful. You're very likely being hunted by the Sabbat.
Wow. That is speechless. He is so lucky. I'd have so many questions for him.
Nice work, fledgling. I felt that explosion a mile away. It's all over the news, too. Man, there's gonna be some pissed off Sabbat just howling for blood tonight.
Yeah. Of course he does. Everybody knows.
Beckett? Well, I know of him. Why? No kidding. Huh. Must be something major happening if he's in town. Beckett is a historian of sorts. He's unearthed more vampire lore than anyone. Well, that's all Beckett does. Seek the truth behind our condition. What do you need?
Right.
That was just silly vampire politicking, fledgling. No more. You get used to that kind of thing.
Right, I'm going to leave you guys to have, to enjoy this conversation between Pugg and Tugg here. There's a lot of information, so...
I had my suspicions. What an interesting specimen. But a pain in my dead ass for sure.
But right, I'll catch you all soon, and enjoy. Right.
Of course it did. As if vampires and women both weren't insecure enough. Get them together in one Malkavian body, and look what happens. Yeah, no kidding. Now that the Camarillas moved into L.A., Therese wants the title of Prince of Santa Monica. I guess she saw me as a threat. Funny thing is, I could care less. I wouldn't want to be the Prince of Terre Haute. I leave that headache to the Ventru. Besides, there's only like 4 vampires in all of Santa Monica. Some kingdom. Like what? Clans are just bloodlines, you know. A common root shared and passed on from sire to child. They're a bunch of malcontents. They get pumped up by rousing the rabble they keep around them. Like that's hard. Nothing breeds faster than contempt. And that's what the Bruja are all about. Jealousy and contempt. Sure. Well, they fancy themselves loners and drifters running around the countryside and barking at the moon. It's all just an act. Gangrel can walk upright. They just choose not to. Sure. Malkavians are, interesting. There's something to them. Learning to sort the wisdom from the bullshit can be some work, and, not all of them are worth listening to, but, they're all good fun, if you ask me. Sure. The Nosferatu are damn good at what we do. No one even argues that. If you need to know, if you want it found, you come to us. We're indispensable. Not a bad place to be in the afterlife. The Nosferatu stick together, pool resources. We have more going on than anyone could guess at. Our web blankets the night. I'm loyal to the clan, loyal to my primogen, and therefore loyal to the Camarilla. The Nosferatu are the eyes and ears of the Camarilla, so they take care of us. They value our services, or don't want to be on our bad side. Either way, no one bothers us. What am I gonna say? He's the boss now. He's LaCroix's iron fist. No one knows the sheriff, really, except LaCroix. No one even knows the guy's name. There's lots of rumors about him, though. I heard LaCroix picked him up in Africa over 100 years ago. Obviously, they work well together. Sure. From what I hear, he's a likable sort, and that's a problem. Nines Rodriguez is the kind of guy you want on your side, and more kindred go anarch every day 'cause of him. Sure. I don't rub elbows with the pretty bloodsuckers much, but I've seen them work people like puppeteers, and that's admirable. Now, if only they'd get off their slimy asses and put their talent to some use besides feeding their egos. Sure. Mages. I don't have any reason to trust them. They're creepy, and I think they like it that way. But to be honest, I don't hear much about the Tremere. There's a few in LA, but all in all, there's not that many of them. Sure. Well, they get a bad rap, if you ask me. Everyone likes to take shots at the man in charge, but when it comes to getting the job done, the Ventru know how to step up. They can take the heat. Yeah. The Anarchs. Yeah, I respect what they do, strenuous liberty and all that jazz, but they're kidding themselves. Wherever there's an ounce of power to be had, there'll be people dicking each other over. You think the Camarilla invented that? Yeah. The Camarilla works. When you let vampires run wild, you wind up with caitiff frenzying in the streets, then bloods blowing the masquerade, and hunters sniffing around. Law and order is the kindred's friend. Caitiff are just riffraff vampires who don't know anything about vampire society. Don't know their clan. Mutt vampires. What I suspect you were perilously close to becoming if LaCroix hadn't intervened. Yeah. You ask me, the Sabbat makes no sense. They couldn't care less about the masquerade, and they seem to care even less about themselves. It's like, hey, let's all spread hell on Earth so we can feel big and bad. Oops, I'm dead. Now how did that happen?
Right, hello everybody again. Hopefully that was enjoyable and you gained some good information. I didn't want to just keep on interrupting those two as they were chatting, because, you know, that's basically what he probably found out, a load of new information and useful stuff. So, anyway, yeah. Right, so he's done it. He's done the mission. He can finally now go back to the Prince and report that success warehouse blown up. I mean, granted, it took his time getting there. I mean, he's done some stuff in the city. I mean, he's fucked over the blood bank. He found out about the wannabe Baron is actually a Malkavian with two things. He tracked down a guy who was working for the bail bonds, who got, you know, who was getting mutilated, and the other guy was getting mutilated. He did the werewolf blood thing for the prince. He blackmailed that guy. He has been busy. Yeah, definitely. The Thin Bloods, he sorted all that out. He's had a little look into what was going on down at the pier. He beat up some gang guys who had stole some explosives. It's been a rough ride for him, I've got to admit, considering he's only been embraced for a couple of nights. Yeah. But he seems to be handling it well. He's getting on with things, and he's eating fucking rats still. Anyway, yeah, so he's doing good. It'd be interesting to see what happens next. I know what he's up to here. Alright, he's probably going to go pick up something before he heads off to see the prince. Checking his emails. Alright, yeah, makes sense. Ooh. Great, cryptic shit. That's what we love, innit, you know? Really helpful when you get emails with cryptic shit. It's like those emails where they're asking you, you know, you've got to pass this on to 8 other people, otherwise you're cursed kind of crap. What is he up to? Alright. So he's checking to make sure there's no loose ends before he goes. Probably now going to check in with Mercurio to tie up their stories or something, so that way when he does report to the prince, he doesn't fuck him over, or he don't fuck it. Yeah, it makes, and he's not there. Well, that was that option off the table. So he got $75 for his troubles. All right, well, yeah, it works out, doesn't it? Karma and all of that. I think this is definitely one of those moments where he can go like that, you know, my work here is done. Oh, that's a bit on the dodgy side, isn't it? Someone hanging out in an alleyway. I mean, granted, he has just blown up the Sabbat warehouse, so more than likely he's attracted some attention from them. That'll do it.
Let's drain it. Let's stake it and leave it out for the sunrise.
We're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Think you could blow up our warehouse and get away with it? Ah, lick.
Nick.
Let's pull out its eyes and its tongue and its teeth. I want its teeth.
Camarilla, fuck. Boys, I think we could all use a little entertainment. Those of you sitting in the first few rows
Interesting.
will get wet.
What they know about his
Son
recording.
Of a bitch.
Leave.
There's 3 of us, Rodriguez.
Yeah. 3 of us. What are you gonna do? Shoot us?
That'll do it.
This ain't over. We'll find you. You too, Rodriguez. You're both dead. Nobody messes with the Sabbat and lives.
Keep moving.
Yeah, I'm unsure about these ones. I don't
Trouble
know if
sure
they're
seems to
shovel
like
heads or
you.
not.
Good effort.
Execution needs a little work.
They're acting like them.
You look like shit. Name's Nines. Should have been more careful, newbie. You should stick to the sewers.
I think Pug's made a friend. That's twice.
Kid,
he
I got
saved
things
him.
to deal with. Why don't you pay me a visit at the last round tonight? I don't know what you've heard so far, but it's time you heard the real story. This is a mean existence. Stay out of trouble, kid.